Hey, talk about the transition then to Channel 101 and the importance of that to you and your peers' development.
Channel 101 is created by Dan Harmon, who created Rick and Morty and Community, and Rob Schraub, who directs a lot of TV comedy. And they were frustrated because they'd been writing a lot of stuff that never actually got made. And so they created this community that was like, oh, we'll just make our own stuff for people. And it was right early on. It was weird because, as I described earlier, it was hard to get your stuff out there pre-internet becoming a huge distribution hub for anybody. And so they would have a website and they put up these videos, but before that they would screen them. And the process was, it was emulating television. So the audience was essentially the network executives. You would make shows, meaning like pilots, like 5-minute little mini short pilots that had to have some sort of hook, like, oh, this is a cop show. So every week I could see a new adventure of these cops or whatever. And then the panel would put them in. So there'd be some quality control, and there'd be 10 shorts, and the audience would vote on their top 5. And those 5 would get to come back to make second episodes. So there could be shows that ran 5 to 10 to 20 episodes. And then there's others that screen one, and that's it. They don't come back. Mm-hmm. And that's considered a failed pilot. So anyway, all that being said, it was a great process to just submit stuff and get rejected first, obviously, and then get stuff in, which means you were getting better, but get rejected by the audience and not get voted back. And then eventually they vote you back and you're like, okay, I'm finally starting to crack it.
Yeah.
And then maybe you get canceled after the second episode. And then eventually you figure out how to make a show that goes for, X amount up until basically you want to end it, which I finally got to that point. And it was just a great place to like hone my skills as far as crafting stories and everything else.
And so did Rick and Morty come out of that? I mean, was there like a loosely based pilot that Dan and Justin did that came out of that Channel 101?
Just Justin. He had done something called the House of Cosby's, which is hilarious and sort of got him a lot of attention early on. But also including Bill Cosby, who, boy, looking back, I mean, the fact that that guy was on his high road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Set the cease and desist. So he stopped making it. And then he made something called The Real Adventures of Doc and Marty, which was blatantly and egregiously meant to be a Back to the Future ripoff. Sure. I mean, they weren't pretending to be anything else, except it was like in that. Am I allowed to speak crudely on
sure,
this?
Oh, God, yes.
Feel free.
Say anything you want.
So in that it was obviously straight up Doc and Marty for Back to the Future, except Doc made Marty lick his balls repeatedly, and I believe it was that.
There's
how
the
they traveled
twist.
through time.
There's always a twist.
Yeah.
It was Justin going, Marty, you gotta lick my balls, Marty. You gotta lick my. Oh boy, Rick, do it, Doc, do I have to? And then he'd drop his pants, and it'd be this gross, like, close up of testicles, and then his little boy. Anyway, so that all was designed to, in Justin's mind, get more negative attention this time from Robert Zemeckis or Universal, because he was like, well, fuck it. I got my show shut off. I didn't even. He was making giving a tribute to Bill Cosby. He wasn't making fun of us. So this, he's like, I'm going to go all in. And it actually never got voted back. Apparently the audience didn't, was ahead of its time.
Oh, that's hilarious.